Hello. Hello, gamers. Welcome again. Oh, I can hear myself. That's not a good thing. Gamers. Oh, you can also all hear me. That's not. Yeah, we fixed that. It's never gonna go perfect from working from home, so let's just get it out of the way. Let's just get the issues out of the way right at the beginning. Welcome everybody to the bi-weekly developer live stream for New World Interactive. My name is Aaron, aka Father Hank, and I'm the community manager here. Right now we are streaming obviously here on twitch.tv/newworld. We're also live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, and we're live on Steam. Any of y'all that are on those three platforms, feel free to swing by Twitch if you want us to kind of interact with you in chat. The one that we're watching will be the Twitch chat. So, welcome everyone. I'm just going to take a quick look at chat here. Yes, I did cut off all of my hair. That is true. Oh, Luke calling me a Chad. That is rude. We got some developers in the chat. Nice to see y'all, Luke. I see Fruit. I see Lulu. I see my man Tom here. Aaron's here. Father Handsome. Wow. Okay. In this heat, the hair needs to go. Exactly. It was too hot. You know, I'm on the second level. My window is west facing, so by the afternoon, the sun is just beaming down, and it's a little warm. Hank seems a Chad. That's just mean. All right, we're gonna move on from that. I know some people like the old hair, but it had to go. Okay, my sister's literally my sister's in the chat saying that she prefers my old hair, so thank you for that. So how's everybody doing today? I see a lot of comments on console. We sent out the tweet the other day. Like we said, it's not canceled. It's still being developed. We don't have any exact dates. We don't have any exact information that we can share right now. But when we have the information, we will share it. I know that's not what you want to hear, but it is still being developed. It hasn't been canceled or anything crazy like that. So it is coming, but it is what it is. Time out anyone asking about my sister. She's married and has 3 kids, so if you want to fight her giant husband, by all means. Will night mode PvP come back? We are discussing ways of bringing it back. It's something we want to be careful about kind of how we do. It was obviously quite popular in the limited time playlist. But yeah, there's a lot of considerations to take into account, so we are talking about it. Is this Q&A, stream, or gameplay? I'm going to start with some housekeeping, and then we're going to move into some new information on update 1.7.1. The title still says July 15th dev stream. Thank you, Streamlabs. Let's fix that real quick. Thank you very much, Tom. That's what happens. It's just what happens, man. Today's the 5th, right? We're gonna hope today's the 5th. Yeah, so today's stream kind of overview is regular housekeeping. We do have some more information on 1.7.1 that I'm going to talk about. I've got a few videos, the ones I shared on socials, and then I actually have two new little videos that I'm going to share today. Beyond that, we're going to bring Mikey on for a Q&A. We're going to keep it kind of tight today. Probably no gameplay. Just we got a lot going on behind the scenes right now, so it's gonna be a tight, short stream. What is regular housekeeping? Housekeeping is just kind of stuff that's been going on, like just information we want to pass on to you to make sure that everyone's getting the proper information. Oh, Dara is in the chat. How you doing, Dara? Any upcoming sale? I will get to that in just a minute. Actually, we do actually have a sale going on right now. I see a lot of capitalized tells in chat. I don't understand what that means, though. No idea what you could possibly mean. I'm not gonna lie, this is super weird not having either me in Dara's ear or Dara in my ear, and doing this entirely solo from home is pretty weird. But let's get the actual stream started off here. All right, so housekeeping. Sorry about that clap right in the mic. You're asking about what housekeeping is. So this is housekeeping. Our State of Production 10 came out last week. I think it was Friday. If you want to read all about what's been going on behind the scenes and kind of some information coming up, what's coming up in 1.7.1, as well as an interview with our lead game designer, Michael Saruhas. We have our lead level designer, Jeroen, in there. And I think Ben, one of our lead weapon animator, is also interviewed in there. That's !SOP in chat. We'll give you the link for that. Why did the console pre-order get taken off the Xbox store? We don't have a firm date right now. So we just... please don't spam. I don't mind answering questions, but try not to... Yeah, you're still spamming it. So yeah, we don't have a firm date right now. It's still being developed, so we've taken the pre-orders down for now. Yeah, so State of Production 10 is !SOP. We'll give you some info. Oh, it's all good. Give you some information with what's going on behind the scenes. For those of you who are asking about a sale, if you type !sale in chat right now, there's actually a 53% off sale going on at, I believe, fanatical.com. So yeah, if you want to save more than half price, if you've been waiting to take the plunge, now is a great time. That's !sale. One thing I'm going to do is that I don't think we've done before, at least since I've been around, is I'm going to try and run a little giveaway here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away a full set of our optional DLC that came out with Operation Nightfall. So I think if I just start this here on this button, and if y'all start typing !raffle, it should enter you into giveaway. So I'm going to run that up until the end of Housekeeping. So if anyone's interested in a free DLC pack, yep, there we go, !raffle. That's the one. Perfect, it's actually working. What we like to see. All right, so coming up soon, we have 1.7.1. It's not a major content release. So in between major content releases like 1.7 and 1.8, we're gonna have minor releases. So that's what 1.7.1 is. It's affectionately known as Operation Clean Sweep. A lot of it is going to be not super like attractive to see in the patch notes kind of stuff. Like, it's not a lot of new features. It's not a new map. It's nothing like that. It's a lot of bug fixes and optimizations in the background. That will be coming in August. We have to finalize a date, but it will be coming in August. So it's not that far away. I wanted to briefly also talk about just kind of excuse me, how long development can take. So production may yell at me later because this isn't exact, but our development lead time is approximately 4 months. So I'm going to make a totally ridiculous hypothetical situation. If we decide to add a railgun to Sandstorm, and we make that decision on roughly January 1st, beginning of the year. So we had already been working on, in this theoretical situation, an update that comes out around mid-January. So we have an update that comes out after we've made this railgun decision. And with that hypothetical update, we've actually already started talking about decisions for the next update, and they're nearly finalized by the time an update comes out. So by the time 1.7 came out, we pretty much had the content that we wanted to make for 1.8. We pretty much had that locked down already. As soon as, and a little bit before even sometimes, as soon as an update is done, development shifts obviously to the next update. The minor update, like 1.7.1, is worked on in parallel, and roughly 4 months-ish after decisions are made, you all players get to see that content. Beyond that, we already have ideas and documents for 1.9. Like, we have to stay obviously very far ahead of what we want to do to make sure that new content is sorry, I'm just checking the mod screen here. Who the hell said nips so hard? Exclamation point railgun in the chat. Oh, and Mikey, Mr. Michael Saruhas is in the chat, speaking as New World. So yeah, like it's about a 4-month lead on development time, and beyond that, we already have ideas for 1 or 2 updates down the road. So sometimes when it's 2 updates from when you made a suggestion, it's likely that we saw that suggestion, but it takes a long time to actually get that into the live game working properly in the way we want it. That's about it for housekeeping. There's not a lot going on. So I'm going to move in a minute here into some 1.7.1 stuff. Okay, we have actual developers typing exclamation point hard nips, so that is not okay. If I didn't love Johnny so much, I would absolutely time him out right now, but it's all good. It's Johnny. For those of you with a bunch of questions in chat, we will be having a Q&A at the end of the stream with Mikey. He has a list of questions he's going to pull from first that we gathered from the Steam forums, and then beyond that, if we have some time left at the end, he will pull some questions right out of chat. I'm gonna have to put a command in for exclamation point hard nips, aren't I? I love y'all, but you're crazy. You realize that, right? You're all crazy. Oh, it just popped up as sexual content. If you put a space in there, if it's hard space nipples, that's apparently sexual content. Oh, and Dara is still a mod of the channel. Thank you, Dara, for helping us moderate. Legit. All right, so if anyone else wants to enter the raffle for the DLC kit, please type !raffle right now. I'm going to close that up right away and roll for a winner, and then we're going to move on to some, to some information from 1.7.1. All right, let me check the old thing here. Oh, we're up to 56. Oh, somebody misspelled it there. So if you misspelled it, I saw !Rafe, which is not what you're looking for. All right, closing it out in 10 seconds here. Come on. That's not it, Tundra. That ain't it at all. Waffle, close. Very close. All right, we're gonna close it off here. All right, we're gonna roll it, and hopefully the bot here does its job. Winner is Icy Peak. Icy Peak. All right, my friend. Reroll. Everyone always wants a reroll, don't they? Icy Peak, if you are in chat, if you can send New World a whisper here, that would be fantastic. Icy Peak, if you're not here, if I don't hear from you in a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that, but no big deal. Yo, I'm so lucky. Yeah, that's pretty good chat. That's 1 in 62. That's not great odds, so you did quite well. Oh, he called you on MSN and said he doesn't want it. That's weird, because he messaged me on ICQ and said he does want it. So we're going to go ahead and give that to Icy Peak. All right. Any info on the next skin pack? Not yet. Nope. That will be coming with 1.8, like I said, which is our fall update. So we don't have information on that yet, but it will be coming. We're going to talk a bit about 1.7.1 now. I've got some videos here. Now, some of these you have probably all seen already as they were on our socials, but in case you haven't, we're going to go over them first. Okay. Doing the old Streamlabs here. Okay, let's make sure this works. Hey, okay. All right, so this first one here, excuse me, this is us adding we have added a transparent magazine to the G36K. So again, some of you may have already seen this on Twitter and whatnot, but I'm just gonna show it here quick. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's a beauty, isn't it? Ain't that a beauty? Yeah, so it's one of our small editions. Like I said, not a lot of big features being added in 1.7.1, but a lot of little, some passion projects from animation, like this transparent magazine. And I do think in a game like Sandstorm, it's the little details that they go a long way. So yeah, this is what we led with, kind of in the way of announcing 1.7.1. We had another announcement yesterday. I'm just gonna do a couple transitions back so you don't see my ugly desktop and stuff going on behind the scenes. Oh. Okay, this was shared yesterday. I believe it's yesterday. My days are a mess with this COVID. Sorry, just taking a look at chat here. AKA hiding that Aaron? No. Cornflakes, I ain't gonna leak, homie. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Father Hank, you remind me of the main character of Narcos Mexico with that cut. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I'll take a look after and get back to you on that one. Hey Hank, what is the day after today? I think that's tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that's tomorrow. Y'all are wilding out here. Chat's popping off today. Thank y'all so much for being here. All right, this next video again was shared yesterday. Transition to that, baby. All right, and this is our flat top upgrade for the M16 and the M4A1. If I make any technical mistakes, I'm pretty sure Mikey is here to correct me. Please correct me, Mikey, if you are here. So yeah, this is the flat top upgrade. This is totally optional. If you do like the front sight post, that's okay. But you can see through your optics there, the front sight post can kind of get in the way. We're gonna flat top it. Hey, there's our boy Guile. And now it's gone. And you can see a lot clearer now. So again, that is an optional upgrade. If you like the front post, no big deal. Just don't use it. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I like it. I'm trying to keep up with chat at the same time, and it's very difficult. Sorry, yeah, the Michael Saruhas, aka Mikey, is the lead game designer on Sandstorm, and he'll be chatting from the official New World Twitch account, and then in a little bit he will be on. He'll actually be on stream doing a Q&A. I always forget that not everybody knows him, so if I ever forget and just call him Mikey, it's Michael Saruhas. Will the flat top cost points? Yes, I believe currently it's set at 1 point. That could change. Everything's work in progress right now. Mikey, if you're comfortable answering, there you go. Yeah, flat top is 1 supply. Okay. All right. Next up, I talked about this a bit in the community blog. This is a big request from the community. When we, oh Lord, sorry, I have 4 monitors, so it's hard to keep up. When we released 1.7, some of the optics, like the red dot, they appeared kind of blown out when you're ADSing. So we saw that you were saying that, and we wanted to change that. So I'm actually going to show you a video now. I only had screenshots in the blog, I believe. I'm going to show you a quick video of the before and after. All right, so here I am using the best night vision color, amber. Yes, Lulu. You playing a monitor factory? No, it's not a flex. It's not a flex, homie. This is like this is my setup I had before I even started with New World. This is just what I like to do, so I had this already. Yeah, I'm definitely a stock trader by night for sure. Okay, so yeah, best MVG, amber, obviously. There's no question. I don't even want to hear about it. And the video is just a quick before and after. All right, so this here is the before. You can see it's kind of hard to determine exactly what you're looking at times.
A few inches later.
All right, this is work in progress, like I said, but you can see it's a lot clearer, a lot easier to see. Yeah, I think it's vastly improved. You can kind of see like a darker circle within the optic. Like I said, everything's in progress right now. So I think that is a wonderful change for everyone who reported that as feedback. Thank you so much. Like that's the kind of feedback that we love to see. That is, you know, it's easily acted upon. It's helpful, and it's a good change. We all agree. So that's that one. Transition back to my big old ugly face. All right, next up. I don't have a video for this yet, just because it's not entirely finalized, but as you all know, vehicles are coming back. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. 171 will see the return of vehicles. If you read the SOP, the insertion vehicles are not returning. They actually did affect performance quite a bit, so they will not be returning. But as far as vehicles on counterattack, they're coming back. I finally got to play with them. They were removed before I started, like the day before I started. Excuse me. So it's been awesome. I've been testing them. It's super fun. I'm glad to see they're back. That's another thing that the community has been absolutely breaking my balls for since the day I started. I'm glad to see that, you know, we could take that feedback on and work it out between community and production and game design and bring it back in a functional and fun way to the game. There's a couple paragraphs. There's an interview with Jeroen and Michael Saruhas, our lead game designer, and our executive producer Tim in the SOP. So if you want more details on that, it is !SOP to take a look at that. There's some little things. I went through the patch notes today. They're very long. They're very long patch notes. A lot of small changes that I'm not going to go into today. When the patch releases in August here, you can take a closer look. But I did want to go over a couple of them really quick. We have built in a fallback loading screen for custom maps. So instead of seeing what you currently see when you're loading into a custom map, we've created a new fallback loading screen for that. The mod screen itself, we have polished up in a lot of ways. Details on that will be in patch notes, but it'll be pretty easy to tell when you enter the mod screen now. Big one that I have seen requested quite a bit is within the server browser, you will be able to filter by servers with a certain mutator, and you'll be able to view active mutators in that server right from within the server browser itself. So I think that's a great change. Like, you want to know what mutators the server's running before you hop in there. Let's say maybe you want to play Hot Potato. You can now search for servers that are running Hot Potato. Are the pain death animations making a comeback? Okay, so the death animations were only temporarily removed. We had, I'm sure some of you know, an issue with 1.7 where suicide bombers would crash your game. So our kind of workaround until we can entirely isolate what is causing that and how, we remove the death animations, so it looks a little different right now. But once that bug is entirely ironed out, we will put the animations back in. We're actually working directly with Epic to figure out the suicide crasher, that works too. The suicide crasher bug. So yeah, once that is fixed, the animations will be introduced. There was a bug that I saw quite a bit on the Steam forums, people talking about it, and it's when you were falling from a height, you'd hit the ground, and the animations would kind of stutter for a few minutes, so we fixed that. There's an issue with if you're on speaker mode and you wanted to change headphone mode from a drop-down, that wouldn't save, as well as other configurations via drop-down not saving. We fixed that issue. We had a lot of bots that were impervious to flashbangs. That is super annoying. So we have fixed that as well. We fixed a lot of little cosmetic clipping issues. There's a lot of stuff coming to these patch notes. I just don't want everyone to be like, there's new maps, there's new guns. It's not that. There's a few little features that I'm going to go over, and then the rest of it is bug fixes and optimization. No info on the console date. When we have specific dates, we will give them to you, I promise. It is still being developed. It's not canceled or anything like that. It's just we don't have dates yet. Yeah, there's like Tom said, there's some quality of life improvements coming for sure. Server favorites fixed. That is a known issue that we were working on. Yeah, absolutely. Next skin pack will be coming in 1.8, which is our fall release. Floating weapon parts in your POV. So we eliminated floating rail attachments, and it should just be floating magazines now. We've also reduced that, so it should only affect a very small amount of people. And we also added reporting tools so that when it does happen, we get that information. It should help us kind of eliminate it entirely. I've heard, and this is just anecdotal from me reading, the subreddit and the forums, equipping your knife before resupplying may help. That has helped for some people. It might help you. I'm not sure, but yes, we are fixing on it. Sorry, fixing on it. We are fixing it. Requests for specific optics. I won't speak on that. All right, y'all getting real specific here, so I'm gonna just move on a bit. A big one coming with 171 is we've seen a lot of requests for if you are in a game, you're in a match already, and you want to invite a friend to your party. Currently, you can't do that. You can only do that from outside of game. With 171, you will be able to create a party, invite friends, promote someone from within the current party, so you can leave that party. So that's all going to be available actually right in game now. I love you too, Legacy_Tactical Gaming Net. I love you too. Are you planning to let the community create skins and in-game customization? As far as modding goes, I'm by no means an expert on modding. But whatever's created, like, you can create whatever the hell you want, and it can go on community servers. I'm not sure as far as weapon skins and such, how that all works, but oh, there we go. Shane. Oh no, Shane's talking about something else. This will be an improvement. I keep seeing skins and DLC questions. They're going to be coming in major releases. So they came in 1.7. They'll be coming in 1.8 in fall, and then 1.9. So just not the minor releases. Alrighty, next. Okay, so this one we have a video for that I made this video about 2 hours ago. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. This was a little last minute, but I thought a video would be better to show this than just me saying in words. We have new first-person knife animations. So let's run through it real quick. So we're going to start with, it's going to show security's animations now, then it's going to show the new security animations, then it'll show insurgents animations now, and then new insurgents animations. All right, so let's take a look. So right now it's kind of just that one, you know, left to right slash for security. And doesn't really interact any differently when you hit an object. I don't know what happened to this man's ankle, but I had to include it. Again, work in progress. Alright, so now we have a few different slashes. As well as we have introduced a different animation for when you actually come in contact with an object. Alright, so this is Insurgent. The old one. Alright, same thing. Classic left to right slash. But new Insurgent. Oh, he had a broken ankle as well. Alright, so here's the new Insurgent Animations. As you can see, as a developer, I'm very good at the game and impervious to most bullets. I'm a knife so many people now. In any other context, that would be a terrifying thing to see. Alright, and you can see they as well have a... oh. Hello, VLC. They also have an animation for when they make contact. Excuse me, with an object. Alright. So that's an exciting little one. Our weapon animators finally got to knock off some stuff that they had been wanting to do for quite a while here. I am very good at dodging bullets. It's why I got this job, to be honest. Replaced Daredef. I mean, I guess technically, Coffin. She got a new opportunity. She moved on to a new position. So I was promoted to community manager. Yep. Dev cheats. That's yeah, that's what it is. I absolutely had God mode on. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, and finally today for videos will be there are currently a class of gun, a class of weapon that do not have a speed reload. And it's a weapon that takes a long ass time to reload. Well, you're not only here in spirit, Dara, you are physically also in chat. Oh, Aaron, I was very good at eating bullets last time, wasn't I? Can I get an exclamation point science in chat though? Just to cement really how that ended. That's right. That's right. I won. You hate to see it. Somebody said machine guns. It is indeed a speed reload for machine guns. So again, I made a video this morning, and this video is specifically the M249 and its speed reload. But let's take a look at that real quick here. That is not it yet, though. Let's maybe open the file. File doesn't want to open. File doesn't want to open. That's good. DLC, please. There we go. Good God. Working from home. It's also a super easy thing to just blame any problems on. Like VLC would have worked the same at the studio, but that's fine. Okay, here we go. All right, so M249, we're going to start with the regular reload speed, and then we're going to go to show the speed reload. Oh, you can't see the timestamp. Hold up. I'm going to move my big dumb face. Is that you? All right. There, we've hidden my face for a moment. It did not hide my face on stream. Streamlabs, you're killing me. Good God. Good God. Okay. Let's just move my face. There we go. Good God. Never edited scenes on the fly like that. All right, here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. High face. Bring that face back. So yeah, you can see there's a pretty drastic difference on time. And I love little details like being able to look at the ground and there's your ammo box. It's sitting there. So as far as 171 goes, that's kind of all we have to talk about today. Like I said, it will be coming in August, so you won't have to wait too long. Oh, there's my background. There's the background we were worried about showing. I need someone to actually kind of like run the stream while I'm doing the stream. I'm not that talented. I'm not Dara. So yeah, that's about it for 171. Details for today. Up next, we're gonna bring our good friend Michael Saruhas onto stream for some Q&A. I mean, everyone wants to see Mikey, right? Can I get exclamation point Mikey in the chat? I don't think there's a command for it, but I just want to see it, to be honest. Mikey deserves to see it. There it is. Oh, Mikey, oh, you got a wedding proposal? All right, I'm going to call up our friend Mikey here on Discord, if you just give me a moment. All right, Mikey, my dude, I'm calling you now, and your voice is gonna go straight to stream, so no leaking. Is he gonna pick up? Will Mikey be available for the call? Mikey is not answering the call. Michael Saruhas, paging Mikey. He's just getting a calzone. Perfect. Well, maybe I can answer a couple questions while we're waiting on Mikey here. Let me reach out to him real quick on our work Slack as well, just to make sure, because he was just in chat. Oh, there he goes. He's coming. All right, I'm gonna call him back. Discord, please. Hey.
Hello.
Yep, you are loud and clear, my friend. All right, transitioning to you in 2 seconds here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, lead game designer Michael Saruhas. How you doing today, Mikey?
Hey, I'm doing well.
Good, man. Good.
Can you guys hear me? Is everything okay with my audio level and such?
I can certainly hear you. We'll just make sure chat can as well. It looks like you can, though. Bum. Oh, here you can see too. Yep, you are good. You are good for audio, my dude.
I'm gonna tilt my camera up a little bit, Aaron.
How you feeling? You feeling sexy on stream? You feeling good?
I'm feeling normal. I'm at
good.
a normal level of sexiness.
Okay, good. So on 11 out of 10.
Well, you need normal.
That's okay.
That's very flattering. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. That's my job, right? That's my job.
By your characterization of my sexiness level.
Michael Saruhas, 11 out of 10 on the sexy scale.
Thank you very much.
We have we see Mikey is quiet. I'm going to turn his volume up a bit.
I'm going to go louder. Hold on, stand by.
All right, chat, how is that?
Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Good now.
3 4
Better.
5. Okay.
There we go. All right, yeah, I've got your audio levels roughly at the same point as mine. Okay, we are good for volumes. All right.
Rock and roll.
Is there anything you wanted to cover, or do you want to kind of just hop straight into the questions we have?
First, I want to say, wow, all those videos that you made. I know 171 isn't supposed to be like a huge update, and we're being pretty honest about our messaging about that. But it really is, as you said, it's the little things I think that really make a difference. So I'm personally super excited about the transparent magazines, the speed reloads, but most of all, the flat top is a big one for me because it's going to improve the aesthetic of the weapon if you want it, and it's also going to make firing those 1x optics just a little more,
chef
a little
kiss.
more, a little more chef kiss.
Yeah, it's very nice. And just to clarify one more time, we saw on Twitter and stuff people upset that they're going to lose their site post. It's optional, so you're good. It's an entirely optional upgrade.
If you want to, you can, and you have a compatible optic, you can pay 1 supply to remove the front sight post, and that's
one whole supply.
Yeah, it is an advantage. Like your sight picture, your image when you aim down a 1x optic will not have a big post in the way. So it's an advantage to your, to seeing your enemy and shooting them. Yes, so we had to give it a cost.
Alrighty. So like I said, chat, we're going to start out with some questions that we have pulled from the Steam forums, and then depending on time, we should have a little bit of time to pull from chat itself. So starting with number 1 from the Steam forums from our friend Shane. Can you tell us more about what things will be fixed or improved in 1.7.1?
Absolutely. You went over a lot of it yourself, but for people who are joining late, I will definitely give a quick little summary. The enemy AI vehicles and checkpoint that you as a player can steal and drive and have to deal with, they come during counterattacks, they're getting added back in. We remove those along with the insertion vehicles and checkpoint, beginning sequence when you're all in the truck and pop out. We remove those to try to see performance increases. With the insertion vehicles, we did see some performance benefits from getting rid of them. The game ran a little better in during those sequences. It was less janky as well. And on top of that, we removed the drivable vehicles. But we didn't see that big of a performance improvement from removing the drivable vehicles. So we decided, look, we didn't see many gains. Our community is telling us they really want it back.
A lot.
This makes sense with our production. Yeah, a lot. This is good for the health of the game. It's good for the diversity of checkpoint mode. So we decided to go through with it, and we're going to be adding them back. You can read about this in our state of production, where I spoke with Jeroen, our level design director. We basically, I know every dev team is going to say this, but it's true. This is a good example of the community being honest and being forward with what they need and what they want. It is in alignment with the vision of Sandstorm, and so we decided to put it back in. So there it is. This is a part of game development. It's iterative. We're not afraid to change something just because we changed it before.
Like, believe it or not, we are human here at New World, and we do make mistakes from time to time. So, I mean, like Mikey said, if it lines up with the kind of the vision of the game and the community wants it, and we think it's a good thing to bring back, we can admit it didn't work out how we wanted, so we're bringing it back.
Yeah, it was an experiment that we had to do. I put a little more of a positive spin on it personally. We had to try because we have to improve the game's performance. It's a big reason why people can't enter our community. This was something we tried. Half of it worked, so we're going to take the other half and put it back. So that's that. That's the first thing. Second is speed reloads for machine guns. We never had them, even though you can technically speed reload them. You could speed reload any magazine or box, or it's not really a clip-fed weapon, where you just take the remaining bullets, throw them on the ground real quick, and put the new ones in. There's a nice trade-off. It makes sense gameplay-wise. Plus, the machine guns, let's be real, they're fucking slow to reload because they're huge. So now you have that advantage. 5 seconds instead of 8, I think is roughly what it was.
Yep.
Transparent G36K magazines. Now you can actually look at the magazine. We even included a custom ammo check. Normally your ammo check is you just pat down your vest to remind yourself, oh, I have this many magazines with this many bullets. But now with the ammo check with the G36, you're going to go like that and look at your mag real quick and see, oh, I have this many bullets left. Part of it's aesthetic. The other part's gameplay. It's mostly aesthetic, I think. It's the little details to the weapons that are good. But it's an accurate, transparent magazine. You can actually tell how many bullets are left. And we might even use this for some other guns. Maybe the VHS-2.
Who knows?
Maybe some other guns we have planned in the future. I don't know. Your words, Aaron. Who knows?
I didn't say anything. I All right, moving on.
Aaron, we have to have a serious talk about
right,
leaks.
I'm gonna lose this. Oh, me. I'm definitely the community manager most known for leaks. That's me.
Nice. Very good. Then we've got the flat top. I already talked about that. Spend 1 supply point, remove the front sight post of the M4 and M16A4, and you can see better with the 1X optic. It's optional. You don't need to do it. Lots of optimizations, lots of bug fixes. It's not a huge release, but we're trying to fit some nice quality of life things that we've always wanted in the game, like the transparent magazine is something our weapon animator, Ben Turtel, always wanted to do since release. We were so focused on so many other things. So it's for things like that too. The flat top was my thing. I saw it on Reddit more than once. I was like, we really should have that. It's 2020. We can do some gas block work, at the front end of a weapon. We get it. So we did it.
Okay, perfect. Second question. Now, before I read this one out loud, I did comment on it in the document this morning. Mikey, you're cool with with saying what you want to say here?
I actually didn't see this comment, so let's move on to a new question, and we'll come back to it.
No worries. All right, so we'll move on to the third question really quick here. Do you guys plan on adding or bringing back HD textures? That's right. I see y'all in chat. I see y'all asking about it. Bringing back HD textures or graphics as an optional DLC, and this is from Lucky.
Not as of now, but given the amount of community requests for this, we are dedicating some development time to exploring some solutions here. if we do this, it'll probably be a separate optional method, or we're also got to entertain the possibility that we just do it and it just affects everybody, as long as we do it in a way that's performant and doesn't affect, doesn't make people run the game worse. We're considering both. So please keep in mind that the whole reason that we did this was because, again, optimization, just like the vehicles. But we're able to explore going back and trying to put back in some of the more detailed things, whether it's optional or just a part of the game at that point. But there's a lot of questions that come with that, so it will take some time for us to look into. But we hear the feedback. We're not ignoring it. We're actively looking into it.
Yeah, it's definitely something we see a lot, so we want y'all to know that we have heard it and we're actively discussing it. Mike, I just resent that comment. For now, I will ask number 4. Do you intend to have a map pack update or some kind of community competition to create maps? And that question is from Operator Chico.
Got you. Yeah, this is something we did for the original Insurgency. It's something we did for Day of Infamy, both of our games that we made before. It's something we want to do for Sandstorm as well. And we'll have more details this summer. Just stay tuned. This is definitely, we're all modders, right, on our team. We all came from a modding community. Anybody who watches these streams know I'm a big fucking Half-Life mod fan, and other mods too. We came from that identity, the amateur, the auteur. That whole environment is where interesting creative things happen, and it's kind of why Insurgency exists, because it was a mod. So expect that sort of thing to be explored soon, because we want to encourage our modding community and our mapping community.
I will even hint that soon will be most likely more details on that this month. That's as far as we're going to go. I'm already pushing it. Might get yelled at by my friend Johnny Higgins later, but we're hopefully being able to give out some details about that this
Such
month.
A fucking loose cannon, Aaron. You don't give
Turn in your badge and gun, Father Hank. You're on traffic. All right.
You're on traffic.
Did you want to run it back to question 2?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, you're the. All right. Will toggleable optics be coming in Clean Sweep? And this question is from RKS01.
This is not something we're doing for Clean Sweep. Now, Clean Sweep is, again, focused on the stuff I was saying before and the stuff that Aaron showed you today. Toggleable optics, we are exploring, planning, trying to get in for update 1.8.
What?
This is something we've been talking about since something we've been talking about since 2019. Put it into our roadmap. So much has happened since then, I promise you. So much that you guys don't even know. And forgive me for not being able to be more transparent, but that's just the reality. A lot has gone on with our team, with our growth, with our project. It's just a lot. So that being said, it's something that we've always wanted to do, even since the release, to be honest with you. And it's something that we're looking into for update 1.8. I'm so fucking excited for 1.8. There's so much. There's so much. It's not even like, I don't want to reveal too much, but even just set aside toggleable optics, the gameplay stuff, the aesthetic stuff. We're trying something that I think is really going to surprise people. And to be honest, I don't really know how you're going to feel, but we're trying something different. We're trying something interesting. We're trying something that directly addresses some aesthetic and cosmetic specifically concerns that you brought up. Stuff that was validated by the survey. You'll see. As to what toggleable optics means, we should probably explain. Some optics in weapons, they have 2 optics, right? There's like a scope here. There's a little red dot up here for close range engagements, long range engagements. Or there's something like with our 2x optics, you have a magnifier behind a 1x optic, which magnifies the image into 2 times. But in real life, you could just push that down, push it away, right? We're going to allow you to do both these things. Push down your magnifier on our existing 2x optics. Use the backup sights on a 4x optic, like on the top of the SU-230, for instance. And on top of that, we want to explore making some new optics that have red dots on top of a 4x.
That's a crazy idea.
And it's a crazy idea, but people went and did it in real life. And we saw it and we're like, all right, that makes sense. It's good for gameplay. I also see a question here that's relevant. Will you add the G36 reflex when you plan on having toggleable optics? Yes. Wow. G36 has 2 optics. It's got the DSM and the ISM. We're exploring both of those. The DSM is I got
you, Mikey. I got you. Remember, we came up with a mnemonic device.
What was the mod device? Yeah,
so,
you're right.
so
You're right.
ISM was iron. So I think that's the irons, and then the DSM was the. Is that? I think that's right. I mean, I don't know anything.
Digital?
Yeah, I think that's how we were remembering. I hope I'm right, but
No, I think you're right. If you just Google, okay, the point is the G36 has some custom optics, G36K specifically at least. The ISM, the DSM. The ISM is like you can aim through the scope. It's got a custom reticle, whatever, or you can use the irons on top, just like the SU230. But on top of that, you have the DSM, which is a electronic dot on top, and then the scope. So that's going to be cool. We have a couple other ones too, like the SUSAT has backup iron sights, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to explore all that stuff, and we're going to balance it. We're going to make sure it's cost appropriate supply amounts. So
it's stuff like that that kind of makes these additions, I think, more difficult maybe than people realize. Like we would love to just kind of drop new accessories in all willy-nilly as fast as we can, but we do have to take into consideration cost and actual in-game balance as well, right?
Definitely. And I see a quick question here about pistol optics. That's not something that we have planned immediately. This update, we're not going to have that, but it's something we can explore in the future for sure. Like no doubt, that's going to be something that would contribute to our gameplay. A lot of other games have it, and would make sense in Sandstorm. But we're not planning it for 1.8. I'll say we're more focused on a lot of things. Really, you'll see.
You'll see. There's lots coming.
It's a meaty ass update, dude. I promise you.
It absolutely is. Yeah. All right. Question number 5 from Mr. Giblets. Will there be a return to the previous gore system? So editorial note here. I see this a lot in the forums too, so I think this is an excellent question to answer, Mikey.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. Could you repeat that one?
It's all good. Will there be a return to the previous gore system?
Yeah, with this question, this is something I actually reached out to one of our programmers about. We've seen this pop up on the forums. We're not sure if it's a misreporting about ragdolls or if it's about the gore system. We don't actually know if there's been any changes. We haven't deliberately made any changes recently. I think the last time we made deliberate changes was the beta, like before release, before December 2018. So I'm really not sure what the report is, but that's not to say there's nothing wrong. So if you're experiencing some issues with the gore, or you want to be more specific as to what changed, it might only be working in certain contexts, but at the time it isn't, please report it, support.nordinteractive.com, and let us know what you're experiencing specifically. We need more details on this before we can investigate it.
Awesome. Perfect. So yeah, like we haven't intentionally changed anything, but like Mikey said, if you think there's a change or a problem, please let us know, because we would love to take a look at that. It's mostly people talking about beta screenshots. That could definitely be part of it.
Yeah.
I'd just like to point out that we will not be adding any titties flying around the game. That is not something that we are looking to add in Sandstorm. There will be none of that. So
yeah. Thank you for your feedback.
But
on that.
But that's a nah. All right. Next up, number 7. Will there ever be a gear weight indicator or meter bar in the loadout menu? And that's from Agent Hotel.
Yeah, there is one. It's at the top. As weight increases, your speed and acceleration will decrease. ADSing is a little bit slower when you aim. And if you go over the max, you suffer a significant movement penalty. Excuse me, my phone's vibrating.
No, you're good.
Oh, a notification. Livestream Q&A.
Well, nice. Hey, at least you're not going to forget. All right. Will we ever be able to play modded maps through local play, from RKS01?
This is a pretty cool feature, but it's not something we have immediately planned. This is a question of resources. There's 100 things that we'd like to do with Sandstorm, I promise you.
Yeah.
But we only have so much time and resources. And even if there's something we really like, we also got to think about our themes. We've talked about this in a few recent live streams. Anytime we add something to the game, it has to be in an update that has a cohesive theme. We don't really want a situation like 1.6 where it feels like we're just throwing a bunch of arbitrary stuff at you. If we can avoid it, a little bit of that's okay. But generally speaking, going forward, to create more excitement around our community and around our game in other gaming communities, we want to make sure every update has a theme to it. Perfect example, our first truly themed update, Nightfall, night combat, night vision goggles, infrared lights, infrared lasers, regular lights, all the different night vision filters, the different night vision headset types, the integrally suppressed weapons, all this kind of stuff, subsonic weapons, all this kind of stuff is, we want to make sure everything connects and it makes sense with the theme. And that's, again, part of why I'm excited for 1.8 is because the theme, the narrative even, is interesting. It's got me personally excited.
Yeah, it's we won't say what the theme is, but it's a cool theme, and there's cool things coming, and cool you'll theme. Like it, and it's cool stuff, cool shit on the way. All right, so that actually kind of wraps it up from the Steam forum questions. For anyone,
there was one more.
Oh,
I think.
Did I miss
Hold
one?
On. I think there was one.
I may have missed one.
Oh yeah, which game mode is played the most, and which would you like to see more people play? Do you see that, number 6?
Oh yeah. No, I'm just an idiot. Yeah. Let's go back to number 6 quick here, Mikey. Which game is played the most, and which would you like to see more people playing? And that's from Silly Walks.
It's a very good question, and a good name, Silly Walks.
It's a very good name.
Push is our most popular PvP mode. Normal checkpoint is the most popular co-op mode, but specifically normal above frenzy and hardcore, to be expected. Generally speaking, it's a fairly even split between co-op and PvP. 60% PvP most of the time, I think. 40% co-op most of the time. But sometimes that'll flip, or it'll go 50-50. That's my anecdotal observation from looking at our player counts. We don't really have a mode we'd like to see more people playing. But we do have modes that people should play what they want of the available modes. We built Sandstorm and Insurgency and Day of Infamy all in ways where co-op and PvP, and hopefully every mode, is really fun and strong. Sometimes it was weaker in the original Insurgency and Day of Infamy. There were some modes that weren't super fun. We have issues right now with comp, of course, where the population isn't as high as we'd like it to be. But we do provide a lot of experiences, and we just kind of put them out there, and we say people should play what they want right now. We try to make improvements where we can, but we also think entirely differently. And that's talking about new modes, new co-op modes specifically, which we are working on, which we're actively working on in development right now, is a new co-op mode.
No.
Yes.
Super exciting. And it's a super fun mode that I'm not going to give any details about.
Yeah.
I see a really quick question here in chat from Whatever Brought Chill. How do we know if a dev is in the lobby so we behave better? You don't. We have a dev tag that we can turn on or off, but I'm specifically going to keep mine off just to keep an eye on you, bruh. So heads up, we're watching. But yeah, no, we do have dev tags, but we can turn them on or off.
Yep. Yeah, we could be undercover. We could be in your house. There's a lot of places where we monitor your behavior.
I was reading chat. Did you just say we could be in your house?
No. Why would I say that?
That would be ridiculous.
That's an overstepping of our boundaries.
Okay, legit caught me off guard there. All right, Mr. Saruhas, do you want to take a look through chat here? If y'all have questions, again, obviously we're not going to have time to answer everything. We don't specifically have answers for every question, but if you have questions, drop them in chat. Mikey's going to pick some out here, and we've got about 20 minutes left that we can answer questions, and then we're going to take off and get back to 1.8.
Sure. Once again, my name is Michael Saruhas. I'm lead game designer on Insurgency Sandstorm. If you have questions about the game, about New World, about our history, about us, feel free to ask. I'm looking at the chat right now. First question, what will you be doing about the competitive and firefight mode? We are aware that there's a population issue during long stretches of the day for a lot of different regions for the competitive mode. Right now, we're not really focused on competitive because it's the smallest experience as far as player population goes. That's something that has been true even since the original Insurgency. There are things that we have discussed internally about ways to improve that, to get more people playing, to get that snowball effect where, you get more people playing comp, and it's fun for everybody. But frankly, right now, we're in a state where we want to focus on our PvP and co-op experiences. And again, specifically the co-op, because a lot of people play co-op, and they've all been doing it with one game mode since release. we want to try to improve that. We want to try to give those players, that part of our community, a really good experience. Development is really about resources. It's about time. It's about production. You can have the greatest fucking idea in the world. Is it actionable? Can you make it happen? That's something that we have to look at ourselves realistically and say about competitive firefight. As of right now, we don't have any plans because we need to focus on other things. In the future, that could change. In the future, if there's enough of an interest established for it, we can look into that. And even on the community side, as far as general competitive play, something we could look into, as we've done a bit of before, that Dara and Aaron could speak more to. But as of right now, please understand, we have to focus on the things that the larger parts of our community are enjoying and that might be lacking. Again, case in point, co-op. Do you have plans to add the best gun in the world, aka the FNP90?
Oh, that's a bold statement.
It's a weird gun to think. I guess you're just kidding, but it's a weird gun in itself, and even stranger to say it's the best gun in the world. But it's definitely a unique and interesting gun. That's for sure. I actually saw one once when I was in Belgium, taking a train because I used to live in Amsterdam, and I remember seeing it and being like, oh. Like, it's a P90. Like, you don't see as an American, like, I didn't really see that because our police forces don't use P90s. I don't think you commercially buy them. We could talk all fucking day about guns that we could add and we should add. All I can say is we're going to add guns that make sense for the themes of our updates and that the community wants to see. I would say it's a combination of both those things. Plus, thirdly, though no less, makes gameplay sense or makes aesthetic sense. It's like it's aesthetically pleasing or it's unique or whatever. If a weapon like the P90 fits in that, we can consider adding it. But there's no commitments as far as what weapons we use to inspire our choices of what weapons to add. Lots of questions. Fuck me. All right.
Lots of questions.
Will you be making a full print shirt like the Task Force 666 one, but with Nightfall graphics and colors? Because I'm going to need one of those. That's interesting. That's something we could think about. I guess, Aaron, maybe that's something you could follow up on.
Yep.
We haven't really been focused much on merch lately.
No.
But maybe. When will we be able to pick up our speed reloaded mags and other dropped mags? We deliberately don't allow you to do this because when a player performs a speed reload, we want there to be a sacrifice. If you could just look down and pick it right up in a game that's as fast-paced as Sandstorm, where you can move pretty quickly and it might not even give you that much of an advantage, we just don't even allow the option. We want people to make a sacrifice when they speed reload. Yeah, it's not realistic, but gameplay trumps realism in cases like this. And frankly, like, do you really need to? Sandstorm is like medium fast-paced, we like to say. Maybe I like to say. And in that gameplay loop, you could start off with 7 mags or 5 mags or even 3 mags. Even at 3 mags, you could do a lot of damage, and you're probably going to die a lot of times at least before you even have time to spend all the rounds. 3 is pushing it a bit, but 5 and 7, we feel like in our testing that's plenty. Which is funny, actually, because I actually wanted it to be even less. Well, in the original design conversations around Sandstorm, I was the designer in the room that was saying, no, less supply. No, less ammo. Like, I wanted shit to be brutal. But we pushed it out a little bit.
Mike's a bit of a hard ass. He just seems nice on stream. He's going to yell at me right after this about something. I don't know what yet, but he'll find something. He always does say.
That's simply not true.
No, that is a falsehood. You're right. Mike, he's a scholar and a gentleman.
Kitty M says, nice haircut, Mike. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have the ugly fucking beard anymore, do I? It was getting gnarly.
The quarantine beard.
The quarantine beard, yeah. I definitely had to do something about that. So thank you for your compliment. Sorry, there's just a lot of questions scrolling. So
that's fine, Mike. No worries. There's a lot to go through.
Male hair disappears when equipping any kind of headgear but headband and headset. Do you have plans to fix it? It's not really that hard. I promise you it is hard. What we have is a system, we use morph targets with the Unreal Engine, where when you wear certain pieces of clothing, other stuff has to kind of bend and morph to accommodate other things pushing up against it. Like you have your face mask on and you put the headset on, it should squish the fabric a little bit. There's certainly some morph target issues with a lot of our different cosmetics, little things. If you see these, take a picture and report them to us. We are always trying to fix those. The reality of our customization systems, we allowed so much flexibility that we ended up having a lot of these. It's not often you play a game where you can choose your headgear, your face wear, your eyewear, your shirt, and your vest. All 5 of those things just there in this region. Think of how much all that shit has to interact, and it's a doozy. So please understand and be sympathetic to that, and understand it's just not easy. But we're always working to improve it. We're always working to address any issues. Please report it. We'll do our damnedest to fix it if we have a report and a picture.
I see something in there from Chirp90. Updates to the knife melee as in being able to do more than one swing. I won't bring it up again, but at the near the beginning of this stream, we went over some 171 things, and one of those is actually new first-person knife animations. So you can pull up the VOD, excuse me, and skim through the beginning there, and there's actually a video of the new first-person knife animations coming.
With the addition of transparent magazines for the G36, are you planning on adding back the transparent Mark 18? We never had transparent Mark 18 mags. I don't remember that. I'm not sure what you mean. We had different Mark 18 mags. We changed the aesthetics a bit. But we are considering some transparent magazines for future weapons. Maybe like the VHS-2, or maybe even some other ones. Hint, hint.
It's not.
Next question.
It's not.
Did NWI consider adding more desert-themed cosmetics for the insurgents, like old military gear that had been decommissioned or left behind? Yes, but one thing you really got to keep in mind, especially in a game that has a really high lethality and a minimal HUD and friendly fire that is always on and is medium fast-paced, having enemies that look kind of like your teammates is really dangerous. We have to be very careful and gentle with our character aesthetics. So I don't want to go into too much detail. We have some ideas for ways to make the insurgents' cosmetics more interesting. You'll just have to wait and see what that means.
I will say they're very cool ideas. Like I've seen some of them, and yeah, like you said, it's a slippery slope of making sure that each side is identifiable. But yeah, the Mikey and whomever else behind the scenes have come up with some pretty damn cool ideas coming up here.
Yeah, we are definitely being a little experimental, and you know what? We'll be honest, we're taking a bit of a risk. Like, we're going to see how it feels. We're going to see what our community thinks. But I promise you, it's not ridiculous. It's not. It's no Hello Kitty shit. It's just different from what you might expect.
But it's something that is based in reality, correct? Like the upcoming skins are things that have or are currently being used in operations somewhere, correct?
Sorry, I didn't hear all of that. Say again.
That's okay. So the upcoming skins, they're based in reality, right? Like, it's not just something that you guys made up. It's something that either has been or is currently being used in operations somewhere in the world.
Everything in update 1.8 has some realistic basis.
Yeah.
There's nothing outlandish or kooky that I can think of. No, it's all good, and it addresses stuff that people had asked for in a big way, I think. But it's just experimental. We'll have to see what people think. But I just promise to anybody listening, it's not ridiculous. Like, none of it's ridiculous. And I think you'll be pleased. But we'll see. And if you're not pleased, you'll tell us, and then we'll act on that.
Yep.
Case in point, the weapon skins of 1.7. We did see there was a good amount of feedback. People didn't like the blue and the red. Fair. You're going to see that addressed in 1.8. That's something feedback we directly took in.
Yeah.
And that we're going to try to implement in 1.8.
Alrighty, we got time for a couple more here, Mr. Saruhas. I would ask, but I'm not sure kind of like what you have information for, so I'll just fill the dead air while you are reading chat.
I got one, actually.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Go for it.
Somebody asking, will you consider putting weapon cosmetics, gun skins, that could be purchased with in-game currency? As of right now, no, we don't have plans for that. We want to focus. We're trying to theme our updates here, and we're trying to include DLC in a way that feels inoffensive, fair, thematically appropriate, and can help support the development of Sandstorm and of, us as a studio, like our future. We're hiring new people. We're trying to grow. We have a studio now. It's a difficult situation with COVID. We are affected. We're not going to pretend that we're not. But we're also not going to use that as an excuse. We've been wanting to monetize our games in a fair way because we want to keep making the games that we make. The approach that we've taken is during these themed updates, we have these exclusive DLC that you buy with real life money and no other way. We ask that our community understand that. We ask that if you want to support us, you purchase it. If you don't want to support us, you don't purchase it. If that's something that you still have an issue with, principally, just please try to understand. We're trying to keep making games. We want to keep our lights on in our homes now, but just in general, as we try to grow. And hopefully you can understand that and sympathize with it and even empathize with it. That being said, it's, gun skins, be it modding or be it purchasable with in-game currency. That's something we can look into in the future. But right now, we're sticking to our model because it seems to have worked pretty well. And it helps support more updates. 1.8 probably wouldn't be as cool as it is and as exciting as it is if it weren't for some of the decisions we realized we had to make around DLC, around the themed updates in general, I guess. This stuff excites our community. It grows our community. It lets other people who don't know about Sandstorm get involved. I'm not saying DLC is solely responsible for that, but it contributes to it because, frankly, rawly, it's just money that goes into development.
Yeah.
That's it.
Game development is not inexpensive. So like you said, to keep the lights on, it helps. It goes a long way. All right, let's knock off.
And I see some. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, and I see some support and sympathy in the chat. And thank you. We know that's like a sensitive topic, obviously, and we know it's not an easy thing to say, but it's one of the things we appreciate about our community is we can be transparent with you, and you can be transparent with us.
Yeah,
if you don't like it, tell us, and we'll try to be real with you, and you be real with us. And whatever, it's the same shit. Go on, Aaron.
No, it's all good. I was gonna say we got time for two more, so let's take a look at what we got here.
Chicken Food 26, great name.
Very good.
Says, hey, at the end of the day, the Night Stalker set is fucking sweet. So yeah, keep going. Good. I'm gonna tell our art director, not right now, but in a minute, that, that you said that, because that was one of the questions. Is like, how far do we push the character cosmetics? Like, we can't be ridiculous. We can't be silly. It's a war game, right? But people wear weird shit when they fight nowadays. There's fucking masks like that. And also, what's wrong with some cool factor? We're not a hyper-realistic game. If I saw some dude, well, it makes sense in Arma 3 because it's realistic and it's ballistic after all. But there's some stuff that couldn't fly in other games, but I think could work for here.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
We'll see. Who's the animator for the guns? Ben Turtel, Mr. Brightside. He's one of our... he's actually a modder.
I was going to say, I believe he's also in chat right now here.
Are you here, Ben?
Hopefully I spell his name right in chat. I believe that's it.
He animated all of our weapons in the first person, and did other stuff too, of course, but animated all the first-person weapons.
He's a magician.
I don't think Nick did any. I'm pretty sure it was all you, Ben, right? But anyway, everybody say hello to Ben. He's extremely talented. He came from our modding community in the original Insurgency, and we're really lucky to have him. Danatov, in his signature irreverence, says, cool, all caps, what about Model 10? We definitely saw a lot of people wanted to have a revolver. Model 10 specifically, but also just, I think the greater sentiment is just a revolver. People want to see a revolver. Something we're considering for the future, for sure. I can't speak to if that can come. And if the answer is yes, I can't speak to when it would come. But I can say we're taking it seriously. That survey was a real eye-opener. And it was validating of a lot of stuff. So You promised some long lost love for DOI a while back, Mikey. Is it still coming? I don't think that I promised that, but if I did, I'm sorry. That was miscommunication. We never promise anything here because we can't, because game development is too erratic and unpredictable, and that's the reality. We always plan, we always have goals, but promises are difficult to make because we need to be transparent. We don't want to set the wrong expectations. We don't have any active development right now on Day of Infamy. We have talked about publicly and internally, you can read in our old state of production, I think it was, doing some cool things for Day of Infamy. I think we talked about that externally too, but can't go into any detail about that. Know that right now we don't have any plans.
All right, finish off with a bang, Mr. Saruhas.
First one I see.
Oh,
armor
boy.
seems irrelevant in most people's eyes when playing. Are there? Oh, where'd it go?
Are there plans to change the armor system?
Yes. No is the answer. Yes, I see the armor in our game is meant to be more explosive and melee oriented. We actually fixed a bug in a recent update. I think it was 1.7 or the hotfix in 1.7. I don't remember, where explosives damage wasn't being reduced by your armor. But our armor is more about shrapnel and explosives, fire support, than it is about bullets. It does work against bullets, of course, but typically most rifles and primary weapons, it's only going to make a little bit of a difference, a bigger difference at long range, and only if you take one in the arm and the chest, because the damage is additive, right? Armor just reduces damage. Or if it penetrates something and it slows down, does less damage, then it penetrates your armor, does even less damage. It's a subtle difference when it comes to the ballistics, deliberately, because we want Sandstorm and Insurgency have to be lethal. We tried better armor in the beta period, I think it was, or in the alpha maybe, and it didn't feel good. People were taking like 3 or 4 shots to die. It didn't feel like Insurgency. So we made it more of explosively minded, and we fixed that bug. So try it now.
Now you know the truth. The truth of the armor. All right, Mikey. Well, we love you very much. Thank you again for doing this. As usual, it is fantastic to have you on stream and knock off as many of these questions as we can.
Thank you for having me. As always, I'm
Anytime.
super excited to come on these streams. I enjoy all the positivity you guys give us and me, so thank you for that. I'm grateful. And stay tuned, because we got a lot of cool shit.
We got shit coming up.
I'm not bullshitting. I'm really excited for 1.8 for sure.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, we got some stuff on the dresser just waiting. My stream schedule will be changing in the upcoming weeks, just to kind of work around the 1.8 communications plan. So I will put out some official dates coming up in the next few weeks here. But yeah, you guys don't have to wait too long before we start actually talking about 1.8 more in detail. So
what's with the titty everywhere comments?
I don't know, man.
Whatever, bro.
Man.
Show. It's not that it's happening that I find interesting. It's that it's consistent. Like the past hour, just we put in a titty comment. I don't get it.
It's something. There's always one. There's always one. All right, this chat is getting out of control. So, Mr. Saruhas, I am going to let you go, my friend. But I'm going to talk to you in like 30 minutes in our meeting. But thank you for stopping by on the stream. Chat, everyone tell Mikey how much you love him, and we will see him again very soon. All right.
Goodbye,
see you, Mikey.
Thank you.
Bye, bud.
See you in a couple weeks.
All right, chat. So that is going to pretty much tie up the stream for today. He does know you love him. He knows that. Excuse me. Yeah, that's going to tie up the stream for today. Like I said, we're going to keep it fairly short, sharp, and shiny. Normally, I believe my next streak. Nope, not that. My next stream would be on the 19th. Those dates are kind of up in the air because we're going to start announcing stuff, start revealing little things here and there near the end of August for 1.8. So my streams are going to be not exactly every 2 weeks on every other Wednesday, but I will be announcing when they are, and the streams are also going to be based around reveals for 1.8. So in 1.7, we kind of had a new reveal every day for about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks leading up to the actual patch. For 1.8, we're going to do more chunks of reveals. So I'll have a stream and I'll reveal things X, Y, and Z. and then kind of be quiet for a week or two, and then I'll do another stream and reveal some more info. So we're going to try it a little differently with 1.8. I think it's going to be a lot more fun as far as streaming and community is concerned. But yeah, that's coming soon. 171 will be here soon, definitely within the month of August. That's about it for me. I have next week off, so if y'all have feedback you want to leave in the forums that like you don't want me to read next week, leave it in there next week, and my man Nicholas Ward will be reading the forums and stuff and the subreddit next week. Hank, tell us a joke before you go, please. I can't do that on the spot like that. Check out Narcos Mexico. I will do that. That's a, yeah, sorry, bad spell in chat there is Nicholas Ward. So he'll be filling in for my responsibilities while I'm gone next week. I have nothing to tell you, Fruit Money. Sorry about that. Can't leak anything today. Make a weird scream noise. There you go. There's that. That's for you. Join us on the modding Discord. I thought I was in the modding Discord. Dear Slug, send me. I think I have it, but send me a whisper here on Twitch, and I'll rejoin it if I left. Do a 180. I'll do a 360. I'm gonna rip my headphones out. You ready? What? All right. And on that note, thank y'all very much. I love y'all. I'll see you in about 2 weeks. I'll announce my streams. Got a lot of fun shit coming up. So thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great day.